This is your strangers talking here. I want to talk about a phenomenon never mentioned. I just saw a wonderful, wonderful performance of Carousel at the Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts in New York. And I want to discuss estrogen shock. When I saw that performance, these superb performers, young, playing the Rodgers and Hammerstein masterpiece, Carousel. So much terrific music that I've sung over so many years on as a YouTube singer, You're Stranger. But you're hit, smashed by estrogen shock. And Your Stranger is going to talk about it. You're not going to hear this anywhere else as far as I know. Estrogen shock has nothing to... It is sexuality. Now, if you're a Christian, you're going to call it agape, spiritual. No, it's predicated, in my layman's opinion, on real testosterone and estrogen communication. I'm not a medical man. All I'm doing is... I'm a philosopher, not a medical man. When you hit with that estrogen shock, what am I talking about? The touches, the smiles, the physical acceptance, the ability to move the proximus or the space between you. It's a nonverbal and verbal energy exchange. Now, this is what Dr. Federn, who was instructor or mentor to Dr. Byrne, Dr. Eric Byrne, games people play. Federn said he notices hot genital strivings. And what I'm talking about here is, in fact, hot genital strivings. That's estrogen shock for the male, testosterone shock for the female. That's the virility. That's the appeal. It hit me right now. That's why some people do better than others. That's why jealousy has nothing to do with anything, won't change anything. What am I talking about? Prerogative, my friend. Organic, regulative, organic prerogative. Body organic self-regulation. That's the body's inner mechanisms, for want of a better... I'm not a medical man, so I won't go into talk about something I don't know anything about. But I'll testify using myself as the fact. Hollywood people, Broadway people, when they stage a production, they understand that. And their stars have to work together. The chemistry has to fit together perfectly like a glove. Some do it better than others. But it's so delicate. There's an art to it. It's so delicate. You see it in a movie like Picnic with William Holden and the young Kim Novak. That chemistry is like if you have your girlfriend, for example, and she's beautiful, you have a lot invested in her. Now dig what I'm saying. You have a lot invested in her. And suddenly, Charlie Beautiful comes along. He's athletic, he's virile. He has an animal appeal. And they look at each other. Now, man, I've invested so much. This is my girlfriend. This is my girlfriend. I've invested so much bullshit. Become addicted to the presence and all that crap and the covert love and the overt love and the romance and all that bullshit that you built up. Things you're looking... And that's where you get in trouble. Your future planning, my friend. Your future planning. And you're on shifting sand. And then the estrogen shock occurs. And the testosterone shock occurs. And you see hot genital strivings. This lyric I'm going to interject here captures it. When they smile, the way they smile, Jack, I knew that I was through. Oh, you crazy moon. I'm asking you, what did you do? And when they kiss, they try to tell me that it was just in fun. Hey, crazy moon, dig what you've done. Once you promised me, you know, that all that romance I had would never end. And you should be ashamed to show your foolish face, my friend. Now, there they are, they fell in love. I bet you think you're smart. Dig, crazy moon. You tore up my heart. Yeah, dig, you crazy moon. You broke my heart. Magnificent lyric that really captures what we're talking about here. And Cole Porter has a genius for capturing that. What is this thing? What is this thing called love? This funny thing, it's called love. Just who can solve all of that mystery? Why should it make damn fool of me? I saw you there one marvelous night. You grabbed my heart, then you threw it away. That's why I ask the heavens above. Tell me, what is this thing? What is this thing called love? How little we know, how much to discover, what chemical forces flow from lover to lover. How little we understand all that touches, all that crazy tingle, that sudden explosion when those tingles intermingle. Who cares to define what chemistry this is? Who cares with your lips on mine how ignorant this is? So long as you kiss me, baby, world around us it shatters. How little this matters, yeah, how little we know, how little we know. I'm talking about that estrogen explosion. You've got to grab a hold of it or it's going to force you to do stupid, reckless things. Many careers of professional men have been destroyed on that sentiment. And the jealousy, that possessiveness that provokes. Give it up, man. Give it up, because you're fighting against a force too powerful. Prerogative. Hot genital strivings has a natural way to be. What am I saying? You can lose your girlfriend or that woman anytime, and vice versa. Vice versa. We don't live by the rules, the ethics of the gods. You and I, my friend, are deeply flawed individuals, and that's all. That's why You need a stable. You have to prove to yourself. You have a lot of other women. I'm talking from the man's point of view now. From a woman, it's a different point of view. You have a stable, my friend. Women you can go to in a pinch for sexual release or for estrogen confirmation. What I mean by that is the touching, what you see on the Broadway stage, what you see in the movie, what you saw in Picnic. At that moment, on that night, that picnic night, when William Holden and Kim Novak, who was devastatingly beautiful, when they lock eyes, they do that dance. You can get it and you can see it on YouTube, the most sensual dance in cinema. The boyfriend, Hal is William Holden. Alan is the boyfriend. No matter how much he's invested in his girlfriend, he's lost her right then and there. For all time, my friend. Whatever future planning you foolishly did, you counted your chickens before they hatched, it's gone. And let me tell you something, it has a right to be. It has a right to be. You take Eddie Fisher, for example. If you have your choice, my friend, you have a shot at the young Elizabeth Taylor, who's, as Richard Burton described her, a one-night stand, a endless one-night stand. That's how he described Elizabeth Taylor. We're talking about the young Elizabeth Taylor now. Versus Debbie Reynolds, who was very uptight. Very uptight. Very moral. Very... I would say, even though Eddie was married, if it was me, to Debbie Reynolds, I'd tell Eddie, you go for Elizabeth Taylor. You live a short life, my friend, and you're going to come across a woman that's giving you a one-night stand every night. Whoa, man. That's a no-brainer right there. And there goes your morality, your ethics, your traditional values, all that other crap. It doesn't stand up against the reality of the hot genital strivings or the smashing explosion of estrogen shock, or if you're a woman, testosterone shock, being the virility of an athletic man. He's in tremendous shape, muscular, hard, very excellent penile response, the erective response, everything. Ability to maintain an erection. It's all part of the package. It's all part of the hot genital striving package. And it comes down to this. This is life in one sentence. The better man won. The better man won. You know your stranger's a singer. I was at a contest, and I noticed this. The guy that won, the fellow that won, and the fellow that lost. The fellow that lost had a magnificent voice. The fellow that won, the judges liked him better. And I said to the guy that lost, I say, hey, how in the hell do you live with yourself, man? How in the hell could you have lost? What the judges don't know what they're listening to. Good singer like you, I know what a good singer should sound like. How do you lose to a guy like this? He's not in your league. You know what the singer told me? And I'll never forget it. He said the better man won. I said, well, what the hell do you mean the better man won? You're a good singer. You were better than him. Take it from me. I know singing. I know what to listen for. And he said, no. I said, what do you mean, no? He said, the judges made their decision. They had the power, and it's final. I have to be obedient to it. I respect that man. He was right. He was right.